All right, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 5. Behold ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days which ye will not believe, though it be told you. All right, with that, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings to the hopeful elect, sincere Akim, out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity. And the title of this lesson is going to be Death is Coming Back in Style, and so are miracles. All right, death is coming back in style, and so are miracles. All right, it's partly inspired by a lesson the Apostle Hart did the other day, I believe, called "Death is Coming Back in Style," which I believe is an old phrase. I forget where it comes from, but it rings very true, man. Because death right now, it's still on the fringes and the outskirts, but if you can receive it, there's gonna come a day where death is gonna be so common. All right, the scriptures refer to it metaphorically as dung being cast out as dust, man. There's gonna be so much death going on. All right, and in that time period, if you're not girded, all right, you're gonna be a part of it, man. And there's not gonna be any funerals. There's not gonna be any news media coverages. You know, if your kid goes up missing, no one's gonna care, literally. All right, it's gonna be fucking wild, bananas, as they say. All right, and at that very same time, the Lord is gonna show who He's with. Okay, now it's happened already. All right, during the time of the apostles in the book of Acts, and you read the book of Acts about all the miracles, man, that were being done through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, through His men, the apostles, man. Okay, and at that very same time, okay, or around that very same time, you have the abomination of desolation, all right, or at least the second one that was foretold in Daniel, where Yahweh Shai told us when the persecution comes, we have to flee. All right, so that was basically a time of great trouble. All right, and it coincided with the time that where we saw miracles, man, and that's why I read the precept in Habakkuk, okay, because that was way back then. There is not, what we had back then doesn't even come close to the things that we have now, man. And we're gonna be able to see way more of it, man. There's a camera basically everywhere, man. All right, via cell phones. Okay, there's way more people on the earth. There's way more landmass covered on the earth. There's just a much greater capacity for death and for miracles to take place. All right. So you have to remember the times that we're in and meditate on these things. All right, because a lot of guys have forgotten about this. All right, they got and it caused them to get weak. And the scriptures speak about weak men. To roughly paraphrase, woe unto you that have lost patience. Woe means destruction. All right, and one of the reasons why you're destroyed for not having patience is because the scriptures tell you what's going to happen, man. The scriptures tell you literal miracles are getting ready to happen. You know, that death is coming. So for you to get weak and just start doing your own thing or wilding out or doing whatever you want to do, okay, the Lord has no use for you, man. Okay, and all of this shit going on over there in the Levant region, it's getting hot, and people are scared. They're shook. And you know, it's a beautiful thing. I love it because We're tired of just the fact that people are just walking around happy about all of this nonsense is aggravating, man. It really, really is. You know, I want people to be back in that spirit that they were in 2020, which that's coming in much, much, much worse. All right, but you know, sometimes you're like, Lord, when is this thing gonna happen, man? That's why it says that also in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, that though it tarry, wait for it. All right, because it will surely come, and that's another reason why losing faith, getting weak, losing patience, all right, is unacceptable. All right, you're not gonna be of the elect. You're not gonna be delivered. Whatever judgment the Lord has for these heathen, even Edomites, you're gonna partake of that same judgment. Okay. The Lord is fair all the way across the board. All right, because there are men that have invested into this thing, man. What about the apostles that labored for 30 years, going on 40 years now? Huh? And y'all can't hold on, you know? But anyway, the season that we're getting ready to go into is going to be unbelievable, you know, for lack of a better phrase. You know, and that's going to be on both sides. So much death is going to be happening all around. All right, and at the same time, so many miracles are going to be happening. And part of the reason the miracles are going to happen is because of all the death that's going on, man. See, that's when we're going to stand out. Okay, that's when we're going to be completely separated from this place, man. Completely. And shortly after that, all right, those chariots are going to come get us. We're going to get those bodies. And then it's going to be a wrap, man. It's going to be a wrap. That's why the scriptures say in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. You know? That they're going to look at us like these are the people that the Lord was dealing with. Yeah, because the Lord deals with the low. And the scriptures clearly tell you that He scattered His people and punished them, but He was also going to redeem them. All right? The Lord promised that, man. And you can't point to any other nation where the Bible fits in terms of who's the Lord's chosen people, man. You look at the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Nothing else fits it, you know, closer than that. All right, now there are certain sub-pockets in every nation where you just have, you know, slums and ghettos, all right? But by and large, those are more than likely Israelites, because the scripture said the curses are going to pursue thee and overtake thee, man. So it doesn't matter what nation you went into and what nation you look like, there's always going to be a subclass of minorities. Like in India, you have the untouchables, all right? They're at the very bottom rung. More than likely, the majority of those people are Israelites. All right, because this is going to be a global thing. They're going to be like, oh fuck, these motherfuckers, we had them at the bottom. All right, and in the country of Yemen, you have the group called the Al Aqdam. All right, which means blood brothers, roughly. Rough translation from the Arabic, which is very close to Hebrew. Al Aqdam. All right, Al meaning the, Ak meaning brother, and Dam meaning blood. All right, in the Arabic tongue. You see, they're castigated, man. They're at the very bottom. They had everything taken from them, man. So see, there's minority groups in every nation. All right, and we're coming into that time where the Lord is going to flip the script on the whole world, man. All right, that's why it says I'm going to work a work in your days that you cannot believe. You know, because it's all going to happen rapidly, and it's going to be widespread, happening everywhere at the same time, man. All right. When the Lord says He's coming back for His people and He's gathering His people, it's going to be It's going to be a spectacle, man. All right. The full parade. Speaking about the chariots and the fathership, man. When Yahweh Shai returns, it says they're going to wail at just the sight of him, man, out of fear. You see? man, I cannot wait for that day, man. You know, so it's a reason. There are reasons and things in the scriptures that we can meditate on that keep us motivated in this thing, man. All right. Esau has a phrase called a carrot and a stick. All right. And both of those are motivators. One is a negative motivator, and the other is a positive motivator. All right. The negative motivator is the fact that death is coming back in style. All right. And the positive motivator is that miracles are getting ready to happen, man. Spiritual powers are getting ready to happen. It's hard for most people to believe, but you know what? That comes with the territory of being right about something that everybody else is wrong about, man. I was meditating on that movie, The Big Short. Michael Burry, who in the 2008 financial crash, he was betting against the market. The market was at an all-time high, man. The only reason the market can crash and hurt so hard and have so much hurt, you know, is because the market was already so high. You see, the higher you go up, the harder the fall. And so at the height of the market where everything is roaring, it's at an all-time high, this guy was looking at him and like, look, this shit is about to crash. And everybody's looking at him like, what are you talking about, man? We have record stock market gains. Like, what do you mean? And so he looked like the crazy guy, right? It was unbelievable to them. They couldn't conceive it, because if they could, they would have hedged their bets a little bit better with the risk they took on the stock market, but they didn't. You know, they were in that spirit, like Yahweh Shai said these people would be in Matthew 24. That spirit that they were in the days of Noah, marrying and giving in marriage. They were in that happy-go-lucky, we're winning spirit. That's how they were in the stock market crash. And Michael Burry did a little bit deeper dive and analysis on it, and he made off of, I think maybe 1 or 2 trades, he made like $1 billion, man, just off that, just betting against the market. That's what we are, man. You know, of course we look crazy telling you miracles are gonna happen, man. Of course we look crazy telling you that mass death is getting ready to descend on America. But it's all good. It doesn't matter how we look, okay? It only matters that what we're telling you is the truth, and that the elect hear it and they're woken up and sealed. You know, and I believe many of the elect, if not all of them, basically are sealed. We're just waiting for these World War III machinations, I should say, to take root. All right. Or to rev up, I should say. See, we're at the end of this thing, no doubt, man. All right, and the Lord remembers everybody. The Lord remembers every one of His elect, man. You know, there's not going to be one elect that the Lord is going to go back. Oh, Shalaki, I forgot one. No, man, the Lord is going to deliver everybody, man. You know, if you're of that number, okay, if you're comforted by the scriptures, by the videos, all right, when you hear these things that sound crazy, like death is coming back in style and miracles are coming back, if you hear these things and you're comforted by it, like the vast majority of people are not, then that's a very good sign, brother. You're of that number, man. All right. And the scriptures speak about this over and over again, that He's not cast us away entirely, man. Another name or title of the Most High, not name, Salakia, title of the Most High, is the Redeemer, man. The Redeemer of Israel. Okay? That's a moniker that the Most High goes by. Why is He known as that? Because this is going to be the greatest redemption arc of all time, man. The greatest redemption arc, man. Kind of like it reminds me of Robert Downey Jr., who at one point, man, was hooked on crack and breaking into people's houses and things like that. You know, as an actor, just through to becoming to getting another shot at playing a superhero, Iron Man, and Iron Man is not even a A-level comic book character, man. But he took that character and flipped it and turned it, and now he's one of the most. Iron Man is one of the most recognized comic book names in the world now, man, because of his role and what he played in it, man. All right, and he went from being on coke, breaking into people's houses, to getting $40 million per film, man. You know, you know, so that's kind of, you know, the Lord gives you like small examples of what these things are gonna look like as they unfold, man. But that's what we're looking at, man. It doesn't matter how crazy we look right now or how other people portray us and make us look. The Lord got us, man. Fuck these people. All right. So there is absolutely no excuse to get weak. I heard Elder Maka'ala out there and Cali and Yashawamba mentioned it, that now it's not the time to get weird, man, or become a weirdo. You know, like what are you doing? Are you paying attention? All right, are you in the spirit of watching? Because if you are, there's nothing sweet about this situation, man. You know, the scriptures say the elect will scarcely be saved, so you need to be watching and marching accordingly, man. You know, although we understand that we do have the victory, you know, by and large as a collective, you know, individually, man, we got to remember to move with patience, humility, okay, and with diligence, man. So I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakak Wadash Wa Shalakia Shalom.